What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be scaling Mongul from current DC. Well, I'll also be mentioning classic versions, but I'll mostly be focusing on current because he's a lot stronger currently. Well, first of all, who is Mongul? Mongul is the tyrant of Warworld, which is an intergalactic planet or group of planets that enslaves and forces species such as gods, aliens, demons to fight in these gladiator-like scenarios to the death just for pure entertainment of Mongul and his people. So in terms of physical AP, Mongul has ragdolled classic Wonder Woman, went toe-to-toe with a pissed-off classic Superman, and eventually got the upper hand. Mongul was brawling with current Superman, who at that time was stated to not be holding back at all. Keep in mind, current Clark has beaten Infinite Frontier Darkseid. He's KO'd the World Forger and has been stated to be the physical and spiritual embodiment of hope. Hope in DC is actually the strongest source. It exists outside of the presence himself. So, I mean, Superman, well, being relatively on par with Superman is insanely impressive, especially currently. He's fought and brawled with a Sinestro, who at that time had Parallax as a pet. Parallax, by the way, is the embodiment of fear, the concept of fear. Mongul has consistently pressed and has wins over Superman. He's scored KOs, stalemates, and if Superman does win, it's not easy at all. Speed. Mongul has kept up with and blitzed Clark, even when Clark is pissed off. He's been able to freely move and fight within the Phantom Zone, which in of itself is stupid impressive, because the Phantom Zone exists beyond the infinite multiverse. It is a boundless twilight which exists between existence and non-existence that easily puts it at an outerversal distance. And in terms of combat speed, he easily scales immeasurable to irrelevant speed, because he scales off of Superman. Durability. Mongul has withstood hits from pissed off Clark, got hit with the strongest hit that Clark had at that moment, and was stated to be physically on par with Darkseid. He's tanked hits from Wonder Woman and a gun that presumably had more AP than her. He's fought Parallax Amped Sinestro, and he's walked off being impaled by a new god. Skill. In terms of raw skill, he's the grand ruler of Warworld, in which he's mastered nearly every form of fighting style, because there's not many beings that Mongul has not captured, and he's studied all of them, so it's safe to say that he's mastered, if not studied, nearly every form of fighting style in DC. He's very dangerous. He combines his raw brute strength and deadly grappling to use his skills in the most dangerous way possible. Intelligence. Mongul is a combat genius. Even though he prefers to straight up go into fights and just flat out overwhelm them, he's known to study and exploit any weakness conceivable on his opponent. Hacks and gear. He has abilities such as heat vision, energy beams that can shrink, immobilize, or flat out vaporize. His Warworld weaponry consists of lantern battery drainage, teleportation, dimensional inversion cubes that can warp their interior reality. So when you get hit with those cubes, it can literally warp the reality around you. So, power scaling. In terms of raw AP, Mongul easily scales outer to high outer, given that he consistently fights Superman, Green Lanterns, Wonder Woman, Sinestro, and Black Adam. So to wrap it all up, Mongul easily is in the outer to high outer range, immeasurable to irrelevant speed, and is an absolute monster in terms of intelligence and skill. So thank y'all for listening to this video. I had fun researching this one. Sorry it's been so long. I just haven't had a lot of free time. But in my next video, I'll be breaking down Apocalypse, which will then lead to Mongul versus Apocalypse. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for listening to this video. Stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all later.